Hey, sexy souls. This is Water Woman Sacred Hado. We are coming here today to do a little bit of coffee and tarot. Look at my motherfucking hair. Y'all, I woke up. Took a lot to muster to get out of the bed. This is my bed head. This is me early in the morning. We're just gonna do this. We're doing this together. Albeit you can grab your coffee, tea, or lemon water or wine at any point in the day and join me for this, right? I live with coffee. I love it. It's my friend, right? So that's the reason why I do coffee and tarot, right? It's a great way to start the day, checking into the energies. Alrighty, so I did a little bit of meditating beforehand, really trying to calibrate my energy, and I had a whole story just come through and present itself. So I'm going to share it. Just as a reminder, these are general readings, right? And so this is either it's going to resonate or it's not going to resonate. Please do not try to Cinderella this shit and make it fit. All right. Whew, I really fucking hell yeah. Somebody needs to brush their hair maybe before they come on. I don't know. Okay. Anywho, so if it doesn't fit, then there's plenty of other readings on my site. Go check some of those out. One of those might be for you. Just want to put that out there, right? Because when I do this shit, it's not going to be for everybody. It's just not going to be. Okay. So when I was meditating, the story that came through was something about someone needing to open up to the idea of love, dating, relationships, all that kind of stuff again. And it was almost a conversation between this individual, you, whoever, and spirit. And basically the way that it panned out is now's the time. Now's the time to really be open to this and to kind of get back out there and have fun and put yourself out there. It feels like whoever this individual is has their attention towards something other in their life, another aspect. This person has garnered and gained peace, a sense of peace when it comes to the heart chakra, feeling really good within themselves and okay being independent and on their own, and definitely no codependent type of energies whatsoever. And there's just things going on in their life where they feel their time energy investment is best suited to being focused on something else other than love. And spirit is saying, we really want you to open up. Now's the time. In fact, the fact that you're in this type of energy is now's the time to do this. Now's the time to be open. Now's the time to bring that in. You're in alignment with it. And I feel like the person's like, I hear you, but I really kind of got some other things that require a lot of energy. And being open, right, to the possibilities and energies of a potential partner, romantic type relationship. I really have a lot of energy that needs to be focused over here, and it would divide and separate, kind of like, give me less energy to focus on this because I'd have to divide and spread my energies across, and I'm really just not in the place to want to do that right now. And then spirit is saying, but being open to the fun of it, like there's something about, when the heart chakra is activated in regards to a partnership. I don't know who that's for. Fuck me. Okay. That it actually opens yourself up and brings more energies in and makes you more engaged in life and more receptive. What the fuck? Who is this? And so they're saying, it actually would be a good thing. And then I feel like this other person is coming back, if it's you, saying, yeah, but the problem is when I make myself open, it really just allows any energies to kind of come in, right? And we all know how this is. It's like, I am only willing and in a good place to want to put my energy towards a person that is in alignment with me, that is worth it. But when I open myself up, all kinds of stuff is attracted to me. And so it's literally like having to sift through. And I don't have the time, energy, or desire or wherewithal to sit there and go, okay, no, red flag, no, okay, here, okay, no, right? Because it's almost inevitable, right? Moths are attracted to a flame. And so there's this knowing that it's almost like if you just bring the right person to me, spirit, then I'll be open and everything. And spirit's like, no, I kind of need you really to be in this generalized open status for this, this fun, flirty type of energy. And there's that banter and exchange that you have with just any person, right? You know, like even if they're not meant to be your person, like there's some type of energy that is created when you are just in that flirtatious type of mood. If you're just over here busy doing your thing and like I'll just do it once the person arrives, you're really actually fairly closed down and your energy isn't being projected out and it's not being as open and receptive. And so it's almost like you have to kind of take the good with the bad with this situation, is that they want you to be in this very flirtatious, open energy, open and receptive and fun loving, enthusiastic, playful type of energy. So that when the person comes around, there's something that actually it pulls the two of you together. That's a piece of it, right? Because there's a part of you that gets a little shut down when you're not like that. But there's this piece of you that's like, I don't want to be like that. Like that's spreading my energy. And I just don't want to have to deal with things that, while it is a good thing to say, I'm not going to waste my energy where it's not necessary, and where I feel like my worth isn't recognized if I see a red flag. And we can get to the place where we're like, I don't want to do it. I just don't even want to have to sift through, because I already know there's going to be a lot of red flags with a lot of people. And a lot could even be just 3, right? You can get into this energy of like just 3. Like, I don't want to fucking deal with it, right? I don't even want to have to, like, why even fucking flirt? So there's this little banter, it feels like, that's going on between you and spirit. And these are the energies. Spirit's asking one thing of you, to be really open. You realize that when you're open, other energies can come in. And it's like, and I just don't want to deal with that. I am in a space where I know my worth. And the only thing I will accept and deal with or put energy towards is something that is completely in alignment with me. But Spirit's like, how will you know if you're not open and receptive? And if you're not in the energy of invitation for something to come in? Like how would that even approach you? How would what you're wanting even approach you? So there's this little back and forth that's going on, and I'm like, oh, okay. All right, that's where we're going, Spirit. Okay. So I don't know if that's going to play into the reading. I kind of feel like it might, but it was just it was a pretty rapid unfolding, almost like a conversation between you and Spirit happening at this point in time. And I feel like whoever this is actually putting energy, like there is another part of life that's requiring a lot of energy at this point. And you think it's going to be draining to open yourself up, and Spirit's saying actually it's going to do the opposite. When you get into this fun, playful, flirtatious, sensual type of energy, it actually will feed you. And I think that there's a disagreement between you and Spirit at this point because of that. So let's get into this. Okay, I know this is YouTube and they may or may not have issues with it. Just as a warning, guys, this is the Tarot Sexual Magic. It's got boobies, butt cracks, and playful positions. It's a colorful deck. I'll try not to focus too much on the images, but if it's not your shtick, you need to click off now, okay? Because I don't deal with little babies that want to sit there and throw a fit on here. We're all adults. If it's something that you don't want, you scroll on, okay? Okay. All right, and I have made it abundantly clear, and I keep it set that way on YouTube, that my videos are not made for children. So if your child isn't managing to get to this part, then obviously they are not on a kid's YouTube app. And that responsibility is on you as a parent to make sure what they are and aren't watching. Just gonna throw that one out there too. So, not mine. I parent my children, you parent yours, right? Good job. Alrighty. I haven't done this on a regular video in a while, but we're gonna go there. Well, okay. They just say keep going before you get to going. Ooh, I just looking hot mess. It's a hot mess, right? This is what we do, right? We're not here to judge. If I can't be me, then oh, heifer and the fuck. I just love myself. Right. Okay. So the overall energy, right? Whenever I have a card that's got like the center card and there's even number, y'all can't see. There's an even number on each side of the card. Then the middle card becomes the overall energy. And what do we have? Well, we have the fucking tarot. I mean, the tarot. Yeah, we have tarot. Coffee has not kicked in yet. Don't judge. The Tower. No matter which way you look at it, it feels like a disruptive energy to you, and Spirit saying this is coming in one way or the other. This is meant to happen at this time. This feels like divine timing. This just meant to happen. You've come in alignment with whatever it is, and they're saying it's now. It's now. Yay. But it feels a little bit like it's disruptive. That's the only way I want to say. Whether it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter, because positive things can come in and it can feel like, oh, I wasn't ready, or this is not right now, or all that kind of stuff, right? So that's the energy. Over here we have the Knave of Chalices, which is the Page of Cups, which is a beautifully abundant offer coming in, a very heartfelt, genuine, sincere offer coming in. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. I almost said the Knave, and I was like, it's not the Knave. What is it called? My brain went and had a brain fart. Okay, so we had the Knight of Pentacles, which means, again, a genuine, solid, sincere, worthwhile offer coming in, which we kind of knew. We felt that, or I did. You did. You know what I'm saying. On the other side of this Tower is the Strength card. It is taming that wild beast that's coming up, right? The Strength card is all about having that inner roar that needs to be, the word that came to mind was managed, right? And then we have the Moon card, which is Fear. So I feel like Spirit is saying, it feels like a Tower moment to you, because this notion of, I just don't want anything wasting my energy. I don't want anything that's going to knock me out of my peace. I don't want to have to spread myself thin. That's actually fear speaking. It is a fear of history repeating itself. So it's a deep fear coming up, and they're asking you to address this with a Strength card and know that you are ready, that you're in a good energy, and that you can trust yourself in this moment, right? That to recognize what it is that is coming up from deep within you, because the Moon card's all about the subconscious, right? And it's about mirroring things and seeing things mirrored back to you. If you have this deep-seated fear that comes up and you allow it to dictate how you maneuver and move forward, then that's all that you're going to see. Does that make sense? Our lens dictates the world that we exist in. If our lens, our paradigm, the way that we see things changes, then our entire world changes. Whether we could be in the exact same environment, same situation, same people, same everything. And if your lens, your perception changes, your whole fucking world changes, because the way in which you interact with every circumstance, situation, and person changes because of your lens, the way that you operate. So if your lens is, I don't want to have to sift through all of these red flags, then that's the way that you're going to experience these things. And you will be looking for red flags then, right? And so they're asking you to please tame this little piece of you, to really become friends and integrate this portion of you that has been so used to feeling like your peace is disrupted because you've allowed individuals in. Is it honestly all that difficult to say, to interact with somebody and notice a red flag right away? Because 9 times out of 10, red flags pop up pretty quickly. We will tell ourselves that they're acting a certain way and being a certain way for the first 3 months, and then shit changed. But if we were really honest with ourselves, we probably tapped into and could sense that, is this really real? Is this really something that, and see little nuances, discrepancies in their integrity between words and actions, and like, well, I'm just gonna give it a little more time and see how this pans out and see if this is really real, and blah 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 blah. If you were really honest and integral with yourself in all of those moments, you probably would have picked up on it a lot sooner, right? And it's okay. It's okay to give energy to something and then take it away, right? It doesn't mean that you failed. It means that you honored yourself in that moment. The energy of it changes. You didn't waste time. You didn't spread yourself thin. And the other notion that I'm getting is maybe if you didn't try to jump in so quickly. I don't know who this is for, but it's literally like, until somebody has proven that they are worthy of that much time, energy, and investment, why give it to them? Because you're only going to feel like your energy was wasted as if you overgave in a scenario or situation. If I'm not overgiving and I am not taking my energy away from other areas of my life where it's necessary and needed for this individual or this person or this circumstance or situation, then when it doesn't pan out, I'm not going to be too disheartened by it. I'm not going to be too, my feathers won't be ruffled by it. I'll be like, okay, well, it's just something that passes by. It was just an encounter. It was just, it really didn't take away. The only time we get really pissed is when we feel like we have removed certain energies from other areas of our life to dedicate to this particular area. And then, you see what I'm saying? And it's almost as if it's like, again, it's all about perception too. Because sometimes we can sit there and feel like, I gave you all this attention, or I gave you all this energy, or I gave this situation all of this. And it's like, you didn't really take away anything from anywhere else. You're just like, it's almost as if, let's say it's a piece of pie, and 75% of that pie goes over here. And while I was over here putting aside, I don't put 100% into my work. I don't put 100% of myself. Like, my whole life isn't that, you know what I'm saying? And at extra 25% is like, I can do with whatever I want, right? Of my energy, of my time, my energy, my investment, my intentions, all of that kind of stuff. And so then I turn and I give every bit of that 25% to that. You're not pissed that you took away from these other energies. You're pissed because you could have utilized that energy for anything else. In all honesty, it was going to waste if you weren't putting it on because that 75% should include your job, your family, your friends, yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that extra reservoir, when your cup is full, you don't pour your cup into another person or a situation. In the Ace of Cups, there is water pouring over. It is what overflows and is abundant, what is left, the excess that you give, right? Not your actual fucking cup. If your cup not runneth over, you shouldn't be pouring that bitch out, okay? Period. And so they're questioning, how are you looking at this? Are you really seeing this for what it is? Is it really that you are overextending yourself and giving, and you're going to get depleted by this situation or circumstance by opening yourself up to other energies? Or is that just the way that you see it, and so therefore you feel that? But if I take it as, I've got this extra reservoir of energy that I haven't put into anything, I'm going to try a new adventure. I'm going to go for it. And it doesn't work out. It's like, okay, it's mine. It's all right. Suddenly, my perspective, my energy that I'm putting into it, the way that I see this, when it changes, how it impacts and affects me changes. Because if it doesn't work out, it's like, okay, it was worth a shot, right? In any other scenario, if you were like, oh, I would love to see if, because you didn't change where your energy was being directed in other respects. You didn't take away from anything. You're only giving what you have left over. And when you get into that peace, that serenity, you have an abundance of that. And so they're saying, change how you're looking at this, okay? Because you're only going to get what you project out. If you look at things as if they are a waste of your time, then it will be a waste of your time. If you look at it as it's just an adventure and, at some point something good will come out of it, then it'll always be an adventure. Okay, there's more to this. I'm sorry. All right. So something is coming in. And they don't want you to look at it as if it's a waste of energy. They're not asking you to take away from anything else in your life in order to be open and receptive. They're saying it's actually just it's going to enhance your life. And you're still stuck on how things have done it before. And so they're saying, tame that. It's a fear that's coming up. That's really all it is. And that's saying that you really don't trust yourself. You think you're going to overextend. You're going to pour the contents in your cup out and not have anything left. That's what you're saying. But didn't you fucking learn from your past? You know better than to do that shit. Have faith in yourself. Yeah, this is worth putting your time, energy, and investment into. This is the Eight of Pentacles, okay? It's worth actually allowing some of your energy to be directed this way. And when they're asking you to be open to it, they're not asking you to, again, deplete your cup. This is being open to receiving. They're not saying, okay, we want you to go out here and give of yourself to everybody until you find the one. No, be open to receiving. And when you find yourself not in a receptive exchange, remove yourself. You're going to find something worth dedicating your time to. You will find a person, a partnership that's worth dedicating yourself. We've got the King of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, right? The Seven of Pentacles is putting yourself out there, planting the seeds and see what comes up, right? That's the exchanges. Those are those random exchanges. It's being nice to the guy in the line in the coffee shop. It is winking. I mean, there's more. I'm giving very basic examples. Winking at the girl over at the gas pump, you know. I don't know. Some of y'all might not like that, but whatever. You know, for some people, that's all it takes. Is like, what? Should you just look at me? You know, I mean, that kind of thing. It's literally just putting yourself out there, being open and receptive, right? And waiting to see what. But they're saying you won't be in the Seven of Pentacles energy for long, right? You're not going to be sitting there planting seeds for 10 years. They're saying you're actually going to find where you should focus your energy. You're going to find something worth it, something very heartfelt, someone who's the King of Pentacles. The King of Chalices, which is the King of Cups, doesn't just pour his cup into anything. They're not asking you to do that. That's not what they're saying. Okay? And if you get into a place where you feel like weeding through is just too much energy draining, then maybe you're either one, looking at it wrong. You're not approaching it as, just having fun and just being open to the possibilities versus this is a job and I've got to find the one and and it's such work to have to sift through. It's not that much work. When you're in integrity with yourself, you can fucking tell when something's not in integrity with you. When you're completely 100% transparent with yourself and showing up authentically and in your power and in your truth, you can detect right away when something's not for you. And when you do, you walk away from that, right? If it's not for you, it's not for you. You don't try to fucking, well, maybe, or try to, you don't do this shit. You don't waste your time. So you don't feel drained. You just don't. Kind of sounds like an excuse is what Spirit is saying. So you've been in the Hermit energy, right? And the real reason you're staying in that energy is because that spark has, you've allowed that spark to go out, right? The spark for connection and coming together with somebody. It's a fear. It's a fear. You really are just allowing a fear. You found internal peace and self-love, yes, but this lack of wanting to step out and open yourself up for who this is for, it's not, you are using your peace as an excuse. You're using it as a shield because you don't want to have to deal with any insecurities that might come up. And it doesn't mean that you haven't healed from something. We have muscle memory. And so even if we worked through something and healed something, when it's time to walk the talk, it gets very scary when we go through the embodiment process. because it is literally having to trust ourselves again and trust the process and trust the situation and know and believe and have faith that something good can come from this, and that you see what I'm saying? It's opening yourself up. But if you were to really be real with yourself, you know deep down that you really want to share this experience. You want someone to be able to mirror back to you the love that you have for yourself. That it is, you can only meet somebody as deeply as you've met yourself. And now that you've spent that time healing and really getting to know yourself and loving yourself, you will be able to attract and find the equivalent of that, because you know what real love feels like now. You know what it looks like. And so they're asking you to come out of hermit mode and be willing. This is the Three of Pentacles. It's about collaboration. It's about opening up and creating something beautiful, wonderful, and building something with someone else. Okay? This is a brand new beginning. Taking a risk, taking the leap of faith, and following, and just allowing yourself to be open to the adventure of it. All right. I'm not going to keep going with this. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. Spirit is saying, change the way that you perceive this, and you'll be open. Instead of experiencing something that feels like work, you'll actually have an adventure. And from this, you will find something very beautiful and wonderful. Okay. They're asking you to take a risk, to come out of hermit mode, right? And open yourself up. Open yourself up to other energies. Allow yourself to have a new adventure. Alrighty. Love you all. Have a fantastic and wonderful day.